What's going on, everybody? Welcome. This is your homie, the one and only DJ Lewis, the Hitmaker, and welcome to this talk show. This is another episode. And in today's episode, I got a special guest with me. I have the CNFT King, also known as Showtime. We will be talking about NFTs on the Cardano ecosystem. Welcome aboard. How you doing, my man?
I'm doing good. How about yourself, man?
Doing pretty good, doing pretty good. Just excited about these projects that me per se been involved with in the specifically in the CNFT space. We're gonna get into that a little bit. So to start, just want to mention here before we start, nothing we say here is financial advice. So always do your own research. Also, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment, the whole 9 yards there. And let's get started here. So let's talk about first, who is the CNFT King Showtime?
So the CNFT Showtime, the King, as we call him. So just a basic guy, like everybody else. I just got in a little bit early. That's the only reason why I got the King after my name, because I was able to get in a little bit early. I would say probably around May or June of last year. So I got to meet some cool people in the space. Fettuccini was, a couple months ahead of me. So he knew a little bit more about, the CNFT space. And I was in a couple groups he was in and just asking questions. And, he was in as a mod and answering questions. And there was, the CNFT space is like no other, because you could go into, any Discord at any time and just start asking questions. And, 30 minutes later, you get an explanation, a detail, where to go. Everybody just seems so nice. I mean, there are scammers out there, so be careful with that. But, like I like to tell people, if you see somebody around for a while, odds are they're probably legit. I mean, a scammer is in and out usually, unless they're scamming a big amount of money. Then they might try to, do a long-term, scam. But for the most part, that's me getting started early. Just looking at CNFTs. Watched an episode of Saturday Night Live, and they were talking about NFTs, and I got into Ethereum a little bit, and I realized that these fees were more than the actual NFT. So that wasn't something I was cool with. So I forgot about it, but I was always a Cardano guy, and I didn't realize there was Cardano CNFTs last year, early, mid-May. And then I just stumbled upon it somehow in the Discord. Didn't know what Discord was. Went on it, made an account. And that's kind of why my name's Showtime, because the first one I was in project was called ADA Jam. And it's a spinoff of NBA Jam. If people are familiar with that video game, it was a huge 90s hit, 2000s. I'm a 40-year-old guy, 42. So, my prime time in gaming was in the 90s. And I didn't know I was in the Discord, and I just thought I needed to make a name associated with basketball. So I just thought of Showtime, because there's, NBA Showtime was a spinoff of NBA Jam, and that was my favorite game. And I could scroll like this a little bit. I got my arcade in the back there, and I'm ready to play NBA Jam. So so that's kind of how I got started, and just that project was kind of a flop. I'm trying to help get it going again, because that was going to be a cool game. Just started minting a few projects, got into Cardano trees, got into Stellar Hood. Those are early projects I got into, and I'm still into them now. And I just kind of like the art. And like I tell people when they buy, don't buy for profit, don't buy for loss, buy because you like it, and if you like it, and don't go crazy on something. Some people like to buy 100 of these or 50 of those. Me, I'm more of a 5 or 10 guy, and then go on to the next thing I find cool. And like I say, if you buy a bunch of these projects, one or two hit, you're going to be ahead. So, and all the other ones are just a bonus in your wallet. I see people making frames and pictures out of them and real cool things. So that's kind of how I got started there. So, you know, just one of those things I stumbled upon and it became big.
Well, that's quite amazing. I mean, as in regards to myself, like I got into Ethereum NFTs first. Same thing as you, wasn't a big fan of like the whole gas fees and everything like that. So I kind of got a little bit of a, discouragement there. So when I heard about Cardano NFTs, same thing. Transaction fees were a lot better. And just took it from there. So but we'll get into now more in depth with the CNFTs. Reason why I say that is because I want to talk about now Ape Nation. So tell me the history of Ape Nation and what occurred initially.
Ape Nation was another project. I just loved the art. I mean, I was a guy that loved Chill Kongs, and I loved Ape Nation. It was actually dropping on my birthday. So, going in and out, going to a restaurant, coming back, minting a couple more. I'm like, man, these things are not gone yet, but the same thing with Chill Kongs, it was a few days before they sold out. And it gives you time to think about it, jump in, grab a couple more. I mean, I'm a terrible minter. I never mint any rares or any hyper rares. I mean, I'm basically a floor guy when I mint. So for me, it's mint a couple, go to JPEG, see what somebody throws away, swipe them up. This way I got it covered. Go back, mint a couple more. I just kind of do that back and forth teeter-totter thing.
Interesting.
And to me, it's not necessarily what the ranking is, because if you're going to flip a couple, of course. I mean, I'm always the guy that says, if you buy 5, sell 2. If you buy 10, try to sell 4 or 5, and do that double, put the price double. And if it hits that price point, you're playing for free then. So that's kind of where I'm at. But with Ape Nation, it was just a thing at the beginning. It was just fire. It was, the Discord was popping, everything was going. And this is before, I was, a bigger name than I am now. And I was just pushing my bag like anybody else, So you go into the Discord, you hype everybody up because you're just trying to benefit yourself at that point. And you didn't realize what the big picture was. And then you realize, like, hey, this is a cool community, and I'm not gonna, sell any of these. Ape Nation is the only project that I own that I didn't get a profit on, because I'm holding the majority of mine. Even when it crashed down, to 7 ADA, I wasn't going to sell for a loss. There's no way I would do that. Like I said, I would rather give them away in a Twitter giveaway than to sell for, half of what I paid for it. To me, it's just, that's what I do. And it's kind of a no-brainer to me. And then the devs kind of, they weren't responding as much. They were overwhelmed. They didn't realize what a project was. It was their first project. And they just didn't realize what the effort was. And 2 guys can't run something, like this. It takes a team of guys, and they had asked me to come on board as a mod to help out. And I did the best I could. I was never a mod, and I was always in there trying to answer questions, but I didn't know what to answer because I wasn't told what direction it was going. I mean, I seen the roadmap, and that's all I could kind of, point out. Mr. B was in there as a Discord manager, and Scram was there as a mod. And those are the only guys I really knew. Nobody else really answered me if I said anything and messaged them. And then, one day they wanted to get rid of the project because they were getting, maybe some threats, maybe, they realized they couldn't handle it, and they didn't want to let the community down, which I'm grateful. I didn't think any way that we were going to be able to get, the passcodes and the keys and everything like that. To me, I was like, oh, this is going to be dead, but I'm still holding them because I like them, And then Scram had came back and said, hey, they're willing to do this and this and this and this, because they were maybe worried. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And in the end, we successfully got everything, changed all the passcodes, and started as our own project. And once we did that, I really started sweeping some of those 7s and 8s and 9 and 8, 10, 12s, those ADA floors, because I knew I'm investing in myself at this point now. So if it crashed and burned, the only person I could, blame is myself. And that's kind of where I'm at. There's no better feeling to invest in a CNFT when you controlling it.
Wow, that's amazing, amazing, amazing. I mean, hey, listen, this barely happens with a project where the community themselves takes over and then the original devs just walk away. Speaking of the community takeover as well, Fettuccini, who's well known in the space, actually hopped on board with Ape Nation. So just briefly talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so like I was saying, I known Fettuccini a while back, and I seen him post a tweet, Ape Nation rug, and it kind of rubbed me the wrong way, So I was like, hang on a second here, I know this guy. So I DM'd him and I said, hey man, that's not a good thing to say. He's like, that's what I heard. I said, yeah, but it's not an official rug, because a rug is, the Discord closes, the website's down, everything's gone. Everything's still here. It's just different people running it. So it's not considered your traditional rug. It was kind of a handover. And he really liked, what we did. He came in. I said, come in the chat and see what's going on. And we had like giveaways going, and it was like fireworks, man. There was hundreds of people in there. Just, man, it was crazy. Wow. At that point. And I was watching the floor like 12, and we were having meetings like, hey guys, you see the floor is 20. Hey, it's 30. I can't believe it's 50. It's like, it was within a couple days. And once he's seen what we were capable of doing, he said, I don't care if I get any percentage of that project. I want to be part of that project. And once he said that, I told the guys, and I said, this would be a great opportunity. He's a big name in the space. He's a trustworthy guy, and guys on our team didn't even really know who he was, because some of the guys, this was their first CNFT project. They came in, they liked the art, right? Yeah, there you go, your example. And we kind of flew from there. We he's still behind the scenes. He's our advisor. He's really helping us go in the right direction. And I can't take anything away from this 8-man team. Everybody puts in their work day in and day out. There was a meeting today at 10 a.m., sharp. We're pretty firm. There's right now, actually, the Twitter space is going, and I'm not on that. I'm doing this interview, and they realize that, and this is just good for us. We all can't make it every time on these spaces, but yeah, that's just kind of a little story of what happened. And I like the direction we're going. I like the Mutation Nation. I like the sneak peeks. I mean we're getting anywhere from 10 to 20 different arts coming in our little art folder on one of our private Discords, and we're opening them up, and there's all these comments. If you're away from the Discord for an hour, there's like 50, 60 comments, and it's just a team already discussing the next move, man.
Yeah, that's crazy. And I'm a witness that, Ape Nation has been developing and just pushing forward and pushing forward. I myself love the project, love the art. Even if I saw Ape Nation go down all the way to 7 ADA, saw it go all the way up to 150 ADA at the time. And I'm a witness of all of that, and just everything that's going on with Ape Nation. It's just super, super, super bullish. I'm actually grateful with you guys. You guys made me a moderator for Ape Nation, and just happy to be with the Ape Nation family. And like I said, a lot of things are coming. Mutation Nation. We're gonna have merch very, very, very soon. We have our own area, our own booth for CNFT Con, which will be located in Las Vegas, Nevada. So that would be in October, I believe. I think October 8th to October 9th, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Yeah, yeah. The Fettuccine is going to have a little kickoff party, I think. Don't quote me on that, on Friday the 7th. I know that the CNFT Con is doing that. They also gave us a shout out, the CNFT Con Twitter yesterday, that, you know, Ape Nation is aboard. We got our booth. We're official. That's been set in stone for a while. I don't think they came out with the map yet. But there's all the top projects are going to be there. So if you could make it, I think that it would be a good opportunity to actually meet some of the people in the space and ask questions, you know. And there's going to be a lot of free merch going around. So I mean, whatever the ticket costs, $20, $30, $40, you'll easily get your money back in merch if you're one of the first ones in the line to get in there.
Yeah.
I could just see that, you know, happening.
Alrighty, alrighty. So if you guys want to know more, whoever's watching, of course, about Ape Nation, I will be leaving a link in the video description so you guys can join the Discord. Also, take a look at the website, and also if you want to pick up an ape yourself, you can always, I'll leave a link, of course, of the on jpeg.store, or you can go there, which is the secondary marketplace to purchase your ape. And just to know more about what's going on in the coming weeks, I can say, about Mutation Nation, you can just join our Discord and, you know, find out more about it for sure. So on to the next question. Just what are you minting that's coming out?
So I try not to mint as much anymore. There's just too many projects. You know, a lot of people say the CNFT space is watered down, which I could see. But the top projects are always going to be there no matter how many come out. And right now it's just an eye you got to look at. You got to look at the team. You have to look at the art. You have to look at the Discord community. If you see active, and it's not just people shilling, people actually having conversations. To me, there's four that I'm going to mint for sure. The first one you probably will know, it's Super Deformed. It's a project that Mr. B and myself are a part of. They brought us in with open arms to an all-star team there, and they're just the artist Kenji there is pretty amazing, to where, you know, we just had a collab come out with Goat Tribe. So there's the Goat Tribe Super Deformed, there's Chill Kong Super Deformed. These are robot transformer typing look of guys. And they have a bright future, definitely coming. So that's something that I'm definitely minting.
Oh yeah, me
and
too.
if you want an OG role there, reach out maybe to DJ Lewis here and let him know, anybody that's watching, in the next 24 hours, and then he could hit me up and we could probably work something out there. The next one would be the Bernard boys. I like the dogs with the cigars, the gangster mafia, Bernard boy mafias. It's just cool. It's just cool art. The team I've reached out to several times. I know one of the guys on the team, so I know that project there's nothing safe when you look at floor prices, but you don't look at floor prices. You just look at utility, and you look at the team and the community. And that's a solid one I will be minting. The next one is, what is it? The Bad Fox Motorcycle Club. I just like it
for that one. I'm an OG for that
I just
one.
like it. You know, I don't, that's one that I'm going out on a limb. I don't really know too many people there. But I know that people love it. And if you love it, there's no reason to rug it, especially if you're one of those guys at the top there. And what would be my fourth one? Let me think here. It would be, the Leatherheads. Yeah, I like the Leatherheads. I know the guy, the creator, the founder there. I know him for a long time. I was actually almost going to go on to that team there, but I don't want to, you know, take anything away from what I could do. And you know, I thought, you know, Ape Nation is 99% of my energy. And Super Deformed has my overtime energy. so it's when I'm sitting down and relaxing, I'm trying to pump and help and do stuff like that. So there's no way I could bring on a third one. And they understood that, and I'm there to help, and they're there to help me. But those are the 4 projects that I'm definitely going to mint. And if I said I had a bonus one, it would be a League of Lions. Is the one that not many people might know about. There's only going to be 1,000 of them. It's going to be some kind of pass, and that pass is going to get you utility for maybe other projects going forward. Okay. So you might want to try to get one of those passes if there's only 1,000 of them.
Awesome. That's some good picks there. And a couple of them that you just mentioned, I'm actually going to be, minting myself. So I'm super excited about that. So to finalize and close this amazing talk show presented by yours truly, I'm interested in knowing, where do you see the NFT space as a whole? Like, where do you see it in the next 5 to 10 years?
The CNFT space or the NFT space?
As a whole, like the NFTs in general, okay. in 5 to 10 years.
I think they'll be the top ones. I think Ethereum will still be around. Obviously Solana. We know Cardano will be around, because these guys just pump. But in the next 5 years, I see a lot of utility. I see a lot of ways to use NFTs in ways we're not even thinking yet. I see 90% of these projects not here anymore. And those 10% are going to be huge. I expect, Ape Nation to be one of those huge ones, still being around. In 10 years, I could see life changing. You know what I mean? If that's the word to use here. I just think that there's so much more that we don't know yet about them. And I just think that, like I said, that 10% that's going to be around, if you're holding long term, it'll be more of those Bored Ape Yacht Club prices around in that time. That's the way I see it. Wow. I don't see them going anywhere. I just see all the ones that can't last that long phasing out. That's where I'm at.
Awesome. Good info right there. Mr. CNFT King Showtime, thank you so much for taking your own time to hop onto this talk show presented by DJ Lewis the Hitmaker. Like I said, guys, whoever's watching this, make sure to comment, like, subscribe to the channel, comment anything you guys think about this video, any opinions about it. And like I said, Showtime, thank you for being on the show, and you already know.
Yep. And one final thing I want to say with that Mutation Nation, you need a vial, and there's V1s and V2s and V3s. So right now the vials are a little bit cheaper, but as we get closer to that August, sometime in the middle there, mint date, I do believe that those are going to go up. So, and we are giving those away in the Discord all the time. So stop on in and tell them Showtime sent you.
Guys, listen, Ape Nation, the Discord link will be in the bottom of the of this video and in the description. So make sure you guys click the link, join the Discord if you guys have any like additional questions. Like I said, it's about to go down with Ape Nation. You already know.
Peace out.
Take it easy, guys.